So we are in the final lesson of Chapter 4, Section 1, Islam spreads to Africa. You probably still remember that our lesson in Chapter 3 is about the Islamic empires. Go ahead, have your textbooks ready, or go to our LODA-USD website, and from there Cengage Learning to our National Geographic resource. And from there, Unit 2, and we are in Chapter 4, Section 1, and we are doing the last lesson, Lesson 4, Islam spreads to Africa. The objective of this lesson is to explain how Islam spreads throughout North and West Africa. And the essential question of this chapter is what impact did trade and technology have on North and West Africa? As trade continued to grow throughout North and West Africa, so did the religion of Islam. Lesson 1.4 discusses the cultural impact of Islam on the region. Now let's go to the review and assess questions. Number 1, reading check. How did Islam spread throughout North and West Africa? So the question is how. Number 2, make inferences, an intelligent guess. Why might West African merchants have viewed conversion to Islam as a trading advantage? So what will they get out of conversion or becoming a Muslim or a member of the religion? And number 3, analyze language use. How does the phrase cleverly adapted help explain the use of traditional mosque architecture in Africa? So cleverly adapted is the phrase that you're looking for. So a little background. Market days in the square of the Great Mosque of Genève are a common occurrence. Vendors sell everything from cattle and vegetables to household goods. Much of its tradition of trans-Saharan trade, sellers and buyers negotiate for the price of goods. And since 1240, a mosque has always stood on the site. The current mosque, completed in 1907, was built entirely of mud. It replaced an earlier mosque that had fallen into disrepair. Each year, the entire community gathers to make repairs and maintain the current structure. So how did the religion of Islam spread in the area? After the death of the Prophet Muhammad in AD 632, Islam spread from its origins in the Arabian Peninsula to many other parts of the world. By 642, Arab armies had conquered Egypt. Over the next several centuries, Muslims would spread Islam throughout North and West Africa. When the Arabs invaded North Africa, trans-Saharan trade with West African expanded greatly. Using camel caravans, Berber merchants carried their goods and religion across the Sahara. Many West African merchants saw a trading advantage and converted to Islam. They are probably thinking of protection and business opportunities. As Islam spread, so did Islamic culture. By 1300s, Muslim leaders ruled several empires, and mosques were common in North and West Africa. Traditional mosque architecture was cleverly adapted to Africa's climate and materials. Builders used mud and even salt blocks. They created impressive buildings like mud-built mosque in Genève, shown in this page in this lesson. Builders also designed rectangular mud brick houses with flat roofs. Furthermore, the Arabic language also spread, so literacy increased through the teaching of the Quran, which is the Bible of the Muslims, and mosques became important centers of learning, madrasa. Scholarship thrived as well, so researches about astronomy, medicine, etc. increased. Cities like Timbuktu and Genève became famous centers for Muslim art, literature, and science. Scholars in Timbuktu collected and wrote down Islamic teachings in many fields of knowledge, including astronomy, medicine, law, and mathematics. So to summarize, after the Arabs invaded North Africa, Berber merchants began converting to Islam. Then West African rulers and merchants also began converting to the religion. Having the same religion as Berber merchant might facilitate trade. So it also explains that the word cleverly adapted explains that builders considered the effect of climate and used what are the available materials and create structures in a traditional styles. Okay, don't forget to answer the review and assess questions and turn it in when you are done. Thank you.